friends, this is Jessica the Sweetwater Stitcher, and today is Thursday, June 12th. And this is my regular scheduled Flosstube. I tried to record earlier this week, and getting back from the Amana retreat, the Farm Girl gatherings, and getting back into the swing of things. It's summer vacation. Today was the earliest I could record, and I wanted to make sure I was organized and prepared and had everything together. So I was able to get in another finish before the video. So I do have a couple finishes. I have some whips. I have a decent amount of haul, and some kind of plans, loose plans, to what I'm going to work on. So let's go ahead and let me show you my finishes. So the first one is, this was a stitch finish and I was able to fully finish it. And this is Stitching Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I did change the colors to, I toned the colors down. I used Color and Cotton. I did make a post on Instagram. And so I did, like, where it was red, I used a red, pink, white, and I tried to stay, like, kind of true to where the colors were. It was very hard to finish this. So I'm like, is it straight? That I have been using a lot of. So I finished this on a board, mounted it to the board, put batting, mounted it to the board, and then it's on this wooden board that sits in this tray. And this display, the board and the tray, are from April Homestead Needleworks on Etsy. And it's actually was made, or Kathy from Hands On Design, she used it for another chart, and I have had this because I was planning to stitch that. I didn't get to it yet, but when I saw this piece, I thought, I wonder if it fits on here, and it does. So when you purchase this from April, which I will put a link below, I did tell her I was going to show this, so hopefully she has some in the shop, or there's some coming, because it's the stitching quilt would also fit on this. In the picture, it has it where this is sitting down in the like this, and so Kathy has her piece here. There's another piece, and then there's, I think, like some other parts to it. Because it's stitching, I'm not really going to put this out in my house, but I thought this would be a fun piece to display next to your stitching. You could put your scissors in here. So I just have it kind of sitting up in the tray. I also made this little pin cushion. There's walnut shells in here. And this is a Dritz crocheted tomato. I bought it already like this. There's lots of shops I've seen selling them. This was part of my table gift. But I just thought this was a really fun way to display this. You could see it. You could put it in your stitching room. Again, you could set it next to you. You could have your scissors, needles, and so forth in here. So I love the finish. I also used a little bit of Lady Dot around the edging. So if you're interested, I will link these trays below, but I thought it was a fun way, like an alternative to just a pillow. The other finishes I have is, I did receive, which I have some of these to give away, April from Crafty Bluebonnet. April and Haley, they sent me the new releases, and this one I immediately started. It took me a couple hours and I had it finished. I did leave off, there's a white fill-in area around the red stars, and I did leave that off, so it made it a little quicker. And I stitched this on 36 count Winter Brew by R&R, and I'm planning to finish this into a pillow. So that was a finish. I did use my own colors from a ring of Patriotic colors I have. And then this one I was able to squeak in yesterday. This is all the called for colors on the called for fabric. This is Summer Trio. And I started with this pillow in the middle. And for right now, I'm just going to do that one. The other two, I have the things in this bag to stitch, but I've kind of moved on to a few other projects. But I will come back to work on those. But I thought, if anything, I want to get the one done that says Hello Summer so it can sit by itself until the others join it. I did switch the letters from brown to teal frost, which teal frost is in the pattern already. I just switched that. Everything else is called for in the called for place. And it's on 36 count Spindrift by Cedar River, which is again the called for. Colors amazing. I love this fabric too. I got some more of it when I was at the Farm Girl retreat. But I would like to get this sewn into a pillow as well. And the colors for this are, I took a couple of them out because I was using them for something, or actually I took them all out. They're really fun summer colors. So that was what I got finished. And I did work on this a little bit at the retreat before I started the retreat piece. All right, the other things that I worked on, so this is into my whips, is, let me get my, let me see, this is the, I didn't work on this, but this is the other one that would look good in that tray, is this would also fit on that wooden piece from April. So I have that in here with all the colors if to keep going on the stitching pieces if I want to do another. And then at the retreat, this was a bag I made, a couple bags I made myself with some Tilda fabric that I purchased at my quilt shop. Is I started this grand old flag. Have a very little start. I did already I managed to use the wrong color, but it's okay because it was blue. I just accidentally used the darker blue to start with, but no big deal. And excuse my, I started another Brenda piece on this and I didn't, from my other video, this was the floss bling someone had given me at the retreat, so I put it on here. Here's the colors, and I have small start. I worked on this before we got the retreat piece, and this is on 36 count Legacy, which is the called for. So again, all of these are in my pile of things to be working on. That spool is going to take a long time to fill in, I'm sure, but I love it. And Brenda, which I'm tempted to do this, or I'll frame it, I don't know. She made this, if you can see, into like a little booklet, and then it has these mother of pearl floss things, and there's a little picture in here. This is what the back of it looks like. So I'm kind of thinking I might do that. I thought that was like a fun alternative finish. So we'll see, but I love this, and this was like a friend roomie gift from a friend at the retreat. Love it. And this one I started when I got home after I saw Katrina working on this. Stacy. So this goes along with my year of Stacy, Nash, and Plum Street. And these are the colors. Very pretty. Stacy colors for sure. And I started it on a 36 count Dolly Madison. And I have just a tiny start. I was working on this last night. But I think this is going to be really pretty. So I want to keep going on this. I also have going, which I haven't put any more work into, Mary Bovey. And I would like to try to get that finished soon. I have the border outlined, and I have a lot done on that. So hopefully I can get back to that. All right, my other things I did was I started for Memorial Day, which I don't remember if I showed this, and if I did, pretty sure I worked on it more. Summer Moon by Plum Street. I worked on this a lot before the retreat. I'm doing this on the called for fabric with all the called for floss. Here's the floss, here's the fabric, and this is where I got to. So I got a lot done before I left, and this is like at a partial fill-in because there are bricks within here, so I want to get back to this for sure. I don't know if I'll get this done this summer, but I did start it on Memorial Day, so it kind of goes it does go along with Christine from Hollis Hands Create, her summer sal that she does, that you start Memorial Day and end Labor Day. So I'm going to keep this out and try to get more done on it, and maybe I'll have it done, but I'm not. If I don't, it's not going to bother me. Put it that way. I had kind of started this, but I restarted it and changed the switched up some of the colors. This is Kindness Makes Friends. It has strawberries in the border, so I was in the mood to start work on some strawberry things yesterday, which was the 11th, and that was the day of the strawberry moon in June. Or at least I don't know if it's more than one day or just one day. But I decided to use, what fabric is this? Oh, good grief. This is 40 count Lakeside Light Exemplar. So what I did is I took the color palette from Summer Trio and I added a few other colors, and this is the palette. And so I'm using that for this piece, and I'm just kind of going along. We'll see. I have a plan, but don't have a plan. So I have a tiny start on this, but I thought it would be a fun change up to brighten it up. Sarah from Stitchy Sarah Reads is her name on Instagram. I forget what her Sarah Stitchery, or I forget her YouTube name now. She did it, or she's still working on it, but she brightened her colors, and she did do a Facebook post, or not Facebook. She did an Instagram post with her colors, and hers looks amazing, which kind of inspired me to brighten the colors a bit. But when I was working on this, I was like obsessed with the colors, so I thought that would be fun to switch those colors up a little. So that is, I believe, all. Oh, and I don't know where it is. I was working on a piece from the Blackbird Design Sewing Club book. I think I left it downstairs. But I was using some of the Tilda fabric from the new line, Wallflowers, to stitch a piece that was in there. And I got that inspiration from Deb with Country Stitches. she has one of the gathering baskets from Longerberger, which I have them, and painted it. And then she was gifted, which was a very generous gift, some of the pieces from the Sewing Club book by Blackbird, and she has them all on her basket. And so that really got me inspired to stitch some of those, which I've been wanting to, but that kind of spurred me on. So I was working on one of those I started, but I want to do some more of them. All right, so that was all I did work on. Now, my loose plans, because every time I tell the plan, it seems to change, is I did want to, and I have done like 3 starts on this, and I cannot settle on a fabric. I think I finally found the fabric that I want to use, but I want to work on this. Again, it has strawberries here, but I didn't want to use the called for fabric, but I wanted something similar. So I was unpacking cleaning up yesterday, and I found this, which is from the Grace Notes Club, and it's called Palomino, and I think this is gonna look awesome on here. So I think I'm gonna use this fabric. It is 40 count, which I'm okay with the 40. I just really like the color, so I think I'm going to use this and start that I Love More Strong. And I know some people don't like to have a lot of starts. Sometimes I get and I don't want to have any starts. Sometimes I want a lot. I've been kind of feeling both ways. So I've been if I find something I want to work on, I will kit it up and have it ready. And if I want to have a new start, I'll start it. And if I want to not, then I'll just leave it to the side. So it's kind of been a toss-up, because like I said, I'm some days I really want to have starts, and some days I the thought of starting something stresses me out. So, but I have them kitted and they're ready to go. I also really want to, I'm on a massive sewing / stitching related kick. Michelle Rudy from Farm Girl Dry Goods, she had her stitch and finish of this at the retreat, and it is so pretty. So she did use flax, I believe, from which is just, she said she used flax, which I had a piece, so I'm going to use that. And I had already bought the kit from her, and so I really, really want to stitch this. But again, it's still going with my year of Stacy and Plum Street. So her finish was so pretty. And I meant to share this before. So this pattern from Stacy is from this chart that is in this journal, and I thought that was so cool. So, and this is the journal that Stacy came out with at Market. So much fun. This, I might start this today, actually. We'll see. But I cannot get over Michelle's finish of that, and it was just so pretty. But it would be fun to put your hoops in, or I don't know. I like bringing, having the stitching things at the retreats, or even, I don't know which retreats. There's one retreat for sure, and maybe another for next year. I have one more this year, which is Stitch Florida in September with Alicia and Annie, the Proper Stitcher, are hosting. And then I don't really know what my plan is next year. It's fun to go. I enjoy the retreats. It is tiring. It's hard to leave my kids, although next year everyone will be in school all 5 days, varying times, but that might make it a little bit easier. It's just hard to leave when I have little children. So, well, and they're getting bigger, but I also want to, and I forgot this downstairs too, so I'll show it when I work on it some more. I did get the Patriotic Sip and Stitch from Primrose. This was the cup, and then the charts, and I started immediately on one of the charts. I am switching the colors up to a Patriotic palette that I had pulled that goes with some of my other stuff, and I'll bring that up next time and show kind of what else is in the box. But I want to keep going on that and other Patriotic smalls. I pulled out a daily reminder. I really need to get back to that. I want that done so bad, but it's just, I have to really get into it to be stitching on the dark fabric, which I can do it and I will power through. It's just so pretty. Then Eliza Poole and Mary Bovey by Stacy. I want to keep going on my retreat piece, which I showed in the other video, but I'll show it here real quick. If you didn't watch the retreat recap, this is the chart we got from the retreat, which should be released within in a year's time. And this is where I got to. So pretty. This is on 36 count Winter Brew by R&R. And this is how far I got. So this I also have sitting out. So I have lots of pretty projects, and I have lots of other whips, and I mean, I have over here, I have patterns and floss and kits and everything. I mean, I definitely am at a point, not that I'm not buying anything, because of course, as soon as I say that, I'll go want to buy stuff, but I am at a point where I feel like I have a lot of things I love that I want to work on, finish some of them hopefully. So I have been kitting a lot from my stash, and that's been fun to kind of shop my stash and see the things that I have. All right, now I want to go into my haul. So I did purchase, this is from Hobby Lobby, and I found this thanks to Tara Sullivan. It's I bought it on the website. I don't know if you can buy them separately at the store, but I got all 3 of them. They are awesome to put smalls in. So there's like a small, medium, and large of these. I want to get some of my smalls packaged in there. I also received from Primrose, I bought the Free Stitch Friday kit because I wanted to try the Valdani. And this was from the last Free Stitch Friday. It's really cute. I want to stitch that too. So that was from Primrose. This is, I'm in the Belle Soie Club. I forget, Just Stitching Inc. is the shop I'm in the club with. This is April's colors. This is the May colors. And then from Simply Stitching Ocala, my friend Jody, she has an Etsy shop. I bought this bag. This is the Lori Holt bag. This is really nice. It has like a nice lining, and the bag is really nice. I bought this plum straight from her, Betsy's House. I also purchased, she has like, I think there's a Classic Colorworks or Gentle Arts. She has, this is a like frequently used floss, and I needed a couple of them, and so I thought I'll just buy the whole thing and I'll put them on a ring. But a lot of these colors are colors that Plum Street uses, or Stacy or Brenda, which are all of the designers I enjoy stitching, so I bought that. This is a fat quarter pack with the new Lori Holt Americana fabric. thought this would be really good for finishing pillows or whatever. Let me take this apart. This is really cool fabric. And then this is the red. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. Maybe that America one. I don't know. It's really cool. So I bought that from her. And then I was also able to get, she is getting the Fox and Rabbit month, or however often they're releasing the colors. So I was able to get Baked Clay in 40 count, Dust Bunny in 36, Up in the Attic in 36, and Hog Bristle 36. So if you are looking for the Fox and Rabbit colors, I know also Jody is getting Exju Designs, which is another fabric company that I enjoy. She's getting some of her fabric in as well. I'll put the link to the Etsy shop, but it's Simply Stitching Ocala, and here's her shop name. She was who so generously sent the things for the giveaway the last video. So I love that stuff. Then I thought this was really cute. I think this is from Etsy. I don't remember. Or it was a stash unload. And then I got the new stitch cards from Lori Holt from Fat Quarter Shop. And like I said, April from Crafty Bluebonnet, she sent me the new releases to give away, keep, whatever. This is one of them. Berry. Super cute. I like the hard finish, but also it's really cute if you did it on the bag. And this one. And then this is the America one, which is the one that I already stitched. So some of those will be to give away. And I did not go to this retreat because I wasn't able to get there, but I had signed up and was able to get my things from the retreat. I had a conflict with my kids. But I just wanted to show real quick. This was from the Florida Stitching Group. Anna Williamson does a retreat. It's called Spring Fling. And so the designers were Stacy Nash. And this is the kit that we got. So this is not available right now, but it will be available in a year. And it was with the fabric and floss. There's lots of these with the swans in the water. And then we also received, this is from Janine from Blue Flower. The box was really pretty. And I've never stitched one of her designs. However, this one is very tempting. It's really pretty. This is the design. And the floss colors are so pretty. It was like really nice. This is how it is in the box. So, so, so pretty. This is all the floss. Really pretty. And it was on 36 count from Exju Designs called Bambi. And then there was also another little part in this is the part of the retreat kit. Which I thought it was really cool. Is she had these little bowls, and then you make the pin cushion to go on the top. There's a needle minder, butterfly pin from Pontini, a needle minder, and then also a bag of, this is to put in your pin cushion, of lavender. So just thought that was really a cool addition for a retreat kit. So get all this in there. And then we also got this bag. So I was really sad to miss out going because I had friends who were there, but it just, with my kids, it just did not work to be able to go, and I was going to Amana like the next week. So luckily I was able to get the things. I also, from a sweet viewer, Christine, she sent me this sweet little prayer quilt as a thank you. So thank you, Christine. I received that. And then I got a package from Fat Quarter Shop, which, this is some giveaways, some keep. So they sent some quilting patterns, really pretty. This, which is a baby sampler. The Earth Laughs and Flowers, which this was a Stitch Quarterly pattern. Another one in this series. This is called Bust a Move. And then their seed packet cross stitches. These two. And another hometown. This is Be It Ever So Humble, There's No Place Like Home. So I thought, let me show this for a second. Lots of things. This is going to be real fun to clean up. Please don't look at the phone. I thought it would be fun to, and I think they talked about this. You could stitch just these, if you had these, just the blocks at the bottom and put it on a spool. Also, all of the houses come with a saying, and I thought it would be fun to stitch these all and put them in a bowl, because there's some really pretty sayings on these. And obviously you could also stitch just the house or the whole thing together, but the house that's a lot of stitching. But if you get these or enjoy Lori Holt, I just thought that would be a fun addition as a bowl filler, or have a whole bowl full of these quotes. So, but that was from Fat Quarter Shop, and thank you for sending that. So we're in the middle of June, and I know that in July they are doing Jolly July, which is to stitch Christmas in July. And I haven't heard them say this yet, but I think they are going to be stitching the quilted snowman as part of the stitch along for the month, or I am going to be stitching that with them. Hopefully, I think that's all happening. And then I also wanted to pull out some of my Christmas whips, and or maybe have a new start and work on it during the month. And then I'll still, like all of the things I showed, be working on those too. But I do feel like I say I want to do Christmas in July, and then it kind of falls off, because then I'm like, I still want to do Patriotic. But I did spend the whole month of May working on Patriotic, which I am still enjoying, but it kind of got that a little bit out of my system. So I've been able to work on some of the stitching related things, everyday things, and then I'm hoping that the doing a little bit of Christmas stitching in July as part of that sal. So listen out for them announcing that. If you want to join, I have it kitted with 40 count, so it will be quite a bit smaller, and I did darken the colors a little bit and change them all to over dyed. I need to pull it out to figure out what I did, because I did this in January and I forgot about it. So I am going to participate with them in that, and just keep keeping on with all of the things. I forgot to pull before, where's the thing? We started the winner of this lovely pack from Jody. So this was the giveaway from last time. I'm going to put the winner scrolling across the screen here. So if this is your name for the giveaway from last time, send me an email to sweetwaterstitcher@gmail.com and I'll get that in the mail. I also I heard from everybody except for the winner of this chart, which the winner was Colleen Brandt, Brandt. So if Colleen, I'll give till the next video to reach out about this. Otherwise, I'll put it back in the basket. And for this time, I did want to give away a couple things. I am loving the new Heart and Hand releases, and I found an extra of this chart. So I do want to give this away. In order to enter the giveaway, you do need to be over 18, a U.S. resident. You need to subscribe to my channel and like the video, and then comment and just use the numbers. So this is number 1, Everyday Things. Number 2 is America by Crafty Bluebonnet. Number 3 is Liberty. 3. 4 is the 1776. And 5 is the Berry Sweet and the Berry Sweet bag. So that's number 5. So again, if you're interested in any of these, be sure to leave a comment, and you can just comment anything. I don't have a specific question, and then use the numbers and all of the other things. I also wanted to mention, and of course I left my phone, forgot the hashtag, all the things, but Nancy, well, 2 Nancys, Nancy, who is the Disorderly Stitcher, and also Nancy, who is stitching, either Stitching with a Laughing Face or Stitcher with a Laughing Face. I'll put them below so you can find them. They are hosting a SAL, and it started June 4th, and it's something about 13. I already forget the name. I'll put the hashtag here. And what they're doing is they have a printout, and it's a flag, and on the 13 stripes you can put in a small, a whip, a big start, whatever you want, but 13 patriotic projects to work on between now and next year, which is the 250th anniversary of the country. And I am loosely participating. I've pulled some things out. I have a lot of patriotic going. I'm enjoying it. I want to keep going. So I wanted to tell you that if you haven't seen it, I've seen it on social media, along with, they have a couple separate videos. I believe they said they're going to try to do a monthly video where they're both on it and showing what they worked on. I know Nancy, who is Stitcher with a Laughing Face, she's already has 2 finishes, and they were whips that she was trying to get done. So go check both of their channels out, along with this SAL, which I think is really fun. I don't know how, I can not say it enough, have really been enjoying the patriotic stitching. So I think a lot of it is the colors on the fabrics are very pleasing to the eye, and so it's a fun, enjoyable to stitch. That is what I have for today. So until next time, which I should be back next week, hopefully on Monday, maybe Tuesday, we'll see. I don't know. Oh, my kids will be at camp, so I'll just have the littlest one. So I should be able to come back Monday. I won't have a lot of progress, but I'll check in and see what I did get done. I hope you have a great weekend. It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to the fathers, the father figures, the grandpas, all of those. I liked, somebody said, any moms who are doing double duty out there, I hope that you are also celebrated. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will check back in and see you on Monday. So bye.